Hi everyone, welcome to Bruhan Mumbai Municipal Corporation's Virtual Training Center, and I am Mrs. Nehal Kodambe, your English teacher from VTC. Let's begin with today's session. Welcome to today's session. Dear children, in today's session we are going to attempt some of the workshop questions from 4.5 Joan of Arc. So let's move to the session. So here comes the very first question from the workshop. Read the extract from J.B. Shaw's play on Joan of Arc and fill in the tree diagram. So here we are going to fill the gaps in the tree diagram. So let's begin with that. So play is Joan of Arc. You have gone through this play, you have read that, you have learned the story of Joan of Arc, and here we are doing the workshop questions. So let's fill the tree diagram. First of all, we have to write about the setting of this play, then scene of the given play. Third comes the characters from this play, and next one is the main plot, that is what about the story is. बघा हा जॉन ऑफ आर्क हा जॉर्ज बर्नार्ड शॉचा प्ले आहे, नाटक आहे, आणि त्याचा जो काही भाग आपल्याला इथे आपण अभ्यासलाय त्याच्यावर आधारित असे वर्कशॉप क्वेश्चन्स आपण करतोय. आता जे वर्कशॉप क्वेश्चन्स आपण करणार आहोत त्यांच्या आन्सर्स मधून पुन्हा एकदा ही स्टोरी तुमच्या डोळ्यासमोर क्लिअरली उभी राहणार आहे, किंवा हे नाटक तुमच्या डोळ्यासमोर क्लिअरली उभं राहणार आहे. नाटक समजून घेताना त्याच्याशी रिलेटेड जे महत्वाचे काही घटक असतात ते तुम्हाला इथे समोर दिसत आहेत बघा. If you go through these points very clearly, then that drama, that act, that play is clear to you. Okay. So here first of all we are thinking about the four important points: setting, scene of the given play, characters from this play, and the main plot. So here comes the setting in two parts. Then there are four characters in this play. So setting, the time is of 1429 and the place is at New Orleans. Then the scene is given to us is at the army officers chamber. Okay, the army officers chamber. Then characters: Captain Robert, Joan, the heroine of this play. Then comes the Boulanger and Stewart. Then now we will think about the main plot of this play. Here comes the main plot. We will write in short. England and France were at war. It lasted for 100 years. The English defeated French and controlled most of the land. Joan, a peasant girl, led the French army to incredible victories. So we have seen that Joan, she was a very young girl from peasant girl from farmer's family. And how did she help France to defeat England or the British people? That story has been written in this play. That is the plot of this play. Okay. Then comes the next question. Pick out from the play two lines each that prove the following. तुम्हाला हा प्ले वाचायचा आहे आणि जे पॉइंट्स खाली दिलेत त्याच्याशी रिलेटेड किंवा ते प्रूव्ह करणारे अशा दोन दोन ओळी आपल्याला ह्याच्यातून शोधून काढायचे. फर्स्ट, जोन ऑफ आर्क. Here we are writing about Joan of Arc, her qualities. First of all, her confidence. कुठल्या सेंटेन्स मधून तिचा कॉन्फिडन्स दिसतो ते सेंटेन्स आपल्याला पिक आउट करून इकडे लिहायचे. फर्स्ट वन, You and Polly will live to see the day when there will not be a single English soldier on the soil of France. See how confident she was. So, in this sentence, we can look out for her confidence. And second one, 3 men would be enough to send with me. She was so confident about herself When she was going to fight with British, she just asked to provide her with 3 men. That was sufficient for her to be with when she wished to go to fight with British. Okay, so these two sentences shows her confidence. Here comes the next quality of Joan Arc. What is that? Her courage, dhadas, dhairya. So, I don't need beautiful armor. What she asked for? She said, I don't need beautiful armor. I can find a soldier's armor that will fit me well enough. Armor चिलखत. जरी ती एक मुलगी होती तरी तिने सुंदर चिलखतासाठी काय तिचं डिमांड नव्हता किंवा मागणी नव्हती. She just said that I can find a soldier's armor that will be fit or that will be fit well enough to me. ठीकठाक बसतंय ना एवढंच तिची मिनिमम एक्सपेक्टेशन होतं. And second sentence, I shall not want many soldiers. In first thing we have seen that she just asked for 3 soldiers with her. Then comes the next quality, her determination. Through this sentence, we can learn about her determination, how determined she was. First one, I will teach them all to fight for France. Look at her determination. She was fighting with England, such a big and strong country. So many soldiers were there, but still her determination, her confidence, which was helping her to set for her mission. I will teach them all to fight for France. एका वाक्यातून ती केवढी जिद्दी होती हे दिसतंय बघा. They will die the soldiers before them like sheep. So these two sentences shows her determination. So here comes the next activity. Question number 3. Match the comparisons as given in the extract. ओके, जे काही आपल्याला त्या नाटकाचा एक्स्ट्रॅक्ट म्हणजे त्याचा काही भाग दिलेला आहे त्याच्याबद्दल आपण हे बोलतोय. तर कंपॅरिझन जे दिलेलं आहे त्याला आपण मॅच करूया. ॲज इझी ॲज मॅड ॲज, ड्राईव्ह द सोल्जर्स. Then the next is the Dauphin is, and the last one is Joan of Arc is. So you go through the options from the book and check your answers with this. As easy as chasing a cow. Very simple task. As mad as she is. Drive the soldiers like sheep. The Dauphin is a rat in the corner. And Joan of Arc is a bit of miracle. Right? Now we will move to the next question. Here there is a question answer session and we are going to answer some of the why. Okay, WH question. First question from question number 4. Sub question is, Joan wanted to meet the Captain Squire. Why Joan wanted to meet the Captain Squire? Okay, why she wished to meet him? तिला का भेटायचं होतं? So let's find out the reason. Joan was going to do military operation. It requires the proper order by the squire. Joan wanted to seek order from the captain also. She needed some aid. So Joan wanted to meet the Captain Squire. We have learned that she wanted to do some military action. She was going to do some military operations and it requires the proper order or permission by the squire. And so she wanted to seek order from the captain and at the same time she needed some aid. As we have seen, she has asked for some armor and 3 soldiers. So Joan wanted to meet the Captain Squire. Okay? जोनला कॅप्टन स्क्वायरला का भेटायचं होतं त्याचं रिझन आपण इथे लिहिलेलं आहे. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम क्वेश्चन 4B. Joan did not ask for many soldiers from the Captain Squire. We have seen that she asked just to give her 3 soldiers with her. Okay? Why did she ask only for 3? Or why did not she ask for many soldiers from the captain's choir? Let's find out. Joan was very courageous. We have seen her qualities. She had tremendous faith that God was on her side. Joan thought that only 3 soldiers were enough for her to carry out the military operation. Hence, she didn't ask for many soldiers from the captain's choir. See the reason? Read it again. Joan was very courageous. ती खूप धीट आणि धाडशी अशी मुलगी होती. She had tremendous faith that God was on her side. तिचा परमेश्वरावर प्रचंड विश्वास होता आणि तिला हे माहिती होतं की परमेश्वर आपल्या सोबत आहे. And Joan thought that only 3 soldiers were enough for her to carry out the military operations. That's it. Hence, she didn't ask for many soldiers from the captain's choir. तिला असं वाटत होतं की परमेश्वर आपल्या बरोबर आहे आणि जे काही तिने प्लॅन केलं होतं तो प्लॅन वर्कआउट करायला फक्त 3 soldiers were enough आणि म्हणून तिने जास्त सोल्जर्सची डिमांड केली नाही. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन C1. Boulanger, Jack and Dick had offered to accompany Joan. Why did they had offered to accompany Joan? Why did they agree to go with her? Boulanger, Jack and Dick का तयार झाले जोन बरोबर जायला? See the reason. Very important question. The king was helpless. Hid himself in Chinon like a rat in a corner. Boulanger, Jack and Dick found that there was something divine in Joan. According to them, Joan was a bit of miracle happened. Nothing would save France, so they had offered to accompany Joan. We have seen that king was very helpless and so he hid himself in a Shinar like a rat in a corner. So Boulanger, Jack and Dick found that there was something divine in Joan. त्यांना जोन मध्ये असं काहीतरी दैवी शक्ती असल्याचा भास झाला आणि त्यांना असं वाटलं की ही एक चमत्कारच आहे ही मुलगी म्हणजे आणि हिच्याशिवाय फ्रान्सला कोणीही वाचवू शकणार नाही आणि म्हणून ते तिच्याबरोबर जायला तयार झाले. We'll go for the next one. Question D. French soldiers were always beaten in war. Why French soldiers were always beaten in war? French soldiers हे युद्धात नेहमी का हरत होते? Here comes the reason. The king was absolutely coward. He hid himself like a rat. The same was with the French soldiers. Instead of fighting bravely, they ran away from the battlefield to save themselves. Hence, French soldiers were always beaten in war. आपण पाहिलं, the king was absolutely coward. राजा खूप भित्रा होता आणि तो एका उंदरासारखा बिळात लपून राहायचा. आणि त्या राजा असा असल्यामुळे त्याचे सैनिक त्याचे सोल्जर्स पण तसे होते. शूरपणे लढायला त्यांना इन्स्पायर करायला कोणी नव्हतं आणि म्हणून लढण्याच्या ऐवजी जेव्हा जेव्हा त्यांना लढण्याची पाळी यायची तेव्हा ते रणांगणातून पळून जायचे. And so French soldiers were always beaten in war. The king was absolutely coward. He hid himself like a rat. The same was with the French soldiers. Instead of fighting bravely, they ran away from the battlefield to save themselves. Hence, French soldiers were always beaten in war. Let's begin with the first phrase, to cut in. The meaning of that is interrupt someone while they are speaking. एखादा माणूस एखादी व्यक्ती आपल्याला काहीतरी सांगते बोलते आणि आपण मध्येच त्यांना डिस्टर्ब करतो मध्येच काहीतरी आपण सांगतो त्याला टू कट इन असं म्हणतात. अँड टू कट आउट मीन्स सडनली स्टॉप ऑपरेटिंग मध्येच बंद होणे. लेट्स सी द फर्स्ट सेंटेन्स. My father warned me not to cut in when he is on call. If your father is on call, he is on phone, he is talking someone else, and if you try and disturb or interrupt, so in that case he gets angry. So this is the sentence about that. My father warned me not to cut in when he is on call. माझ्या वडिलांनी मला ताकीद दिली, जेव्हा मी फोनवर असेन, बोलत असेन, मध्येच येऊन बोलू नको. The lights cut out when I was surfing on the net. मी नेटवर सर्फ करत असतानाच लाईट गेले. Next phrase, to be held by. That is, meaning of this phrase is arranged or organized. And to be held up means to stop someone. Here comes a sentence with to be held by. New Year's feast was held by uncle. It was organized by uncle. Okay? कोणीतरी अरेंज करणं, ठेवणं, त्याला हेल्ड बाय असं म्हणतात. To held up, stop. Our flight was held up by fog. धुक्यामुळे विमानाचं जे काही उड्डाण होतं ते थांबलं किंवा पोस्टपोन झालं. Held up. Next, to run away. You know the meaning of this. Leave or escape from a place, from a person or from a situation. एखादी ठिकाण, एखादी व्यक्ती किंवा एखाद्या प्रसंगापासून दूर जाणे. And to run for means cause to pass. एखाद्या गोष्टीसाठी धावणे किंवा एखाद्या गोष्टीसाठी काम करणे, त्याला टू रन फॉर असं म्हटलं जातं. आणि टू रन अवे म्हणजे एखाद्या गोष्टीपासून दूर जाणे. बघा, सेंटेन्स वाचा म्हणजे तुमच्या अर्थ आणखीन चांगला लक्षात येईल. His first instinct was to run away from danger. जेव्हा त्याने धोका बघितला समोर, त्याला कळलं की आता याच्यात धोका आहे, तेव्हा पहिलं त्यानं मनात असा विचार आला की इथून आपण पळून जाऊ. ओके, टू रन अवे. अँड टू रन फॉर, द एजन्सी इज व्हॉलेंटरी अँड नॉट रन फॉर प्रॉफिट. काही संस्था असतात बघा की त्या कोणतंही NGO आपण त्याला म्हणतो की कोणतंही प्रॉफिटसाठी, नॉन गव्हर्नमेंट ऑर्गनायझेशन असतात काही काही, त्या प्रॉफिटसाठी काम करत नाही, तर कुठल्या तरी एक चांगल्या कॉजसाठी काम करतात. तर त्या अशा टाईपच्या एजन्सी, दोज हू आर नॉट रन फॉर प्रॉफिट. टू बी नोन ॲज, रेकग्नाइज्ड ऑर फॅमिलियर, माहितीचा असलेला किंवा माहितीत असलेला. अँड टू बी नोन फॉर मीन्स फेमस ऑर नोन. एखाद्या गोष्टीसाठी प्रसिद्ध असते एखादं वस्तू किंवा एखादं ठिकाण, एखादी व्यक्ती, त्याला टू बी नोन फॉर असं म्हणतात. ओके, see the sentence with known as. Laugh at work and be known as a positive achiever. Be known as, be familiar, be recognized as a positive achiever. And to be known for, this restaurant is known for its variety of dishes. हे रेस्टॉरंट त्याच्या डिशेस साठी खूप प्रसिद्ध आहे. Some places are famous for something, that is we are calling known for. Okay, to go with, be with, बरोबर असणे, बरोबर राहणे, बरोबर जाणे. And to go after means to follow someone, त्याच्या मागे जाणे. I am too busy to go with you. Very simple. And I don't really go for horror films. Go for, मला हॉरर फिल्म्स बघायला आवडत नाहीत. आता किती सुंदर सेंटेन्स आपण फ्रेम करू शकलो आहे बघा. मला आय डोंट लाईक हॉरर फिल्म्स, दिस इज व्हेरी सिम्पल सेंटेन्स, बट इफ यू यूज दिस फ्रेम इट गेट सम वेट, राईट. आय डोंट रिअली गो फॉर हॉरर फिल्म्स. देन द नेक्स्ट, टू पुट फायर इनटू, टू इन्स्पायर समवन, कुठल्या तरी गोष्टीसाठी कोणाला तरी इन्स्पिरेशन देणं. आणि टू पुट फायर आउट मीन्स टू ॲड्रेस अ प्रॉब्लेम. Teacher asked us to put fire into creative aspect. टीचरनी आम्हाला क्रिएटिव्ह आस्पेक्ट साठी इन्स्पायर केलं. टीचर asked us to put fire into creative aspect. And don't let the fire out, will you? तुमच्यामधले काही प्रॉब्लेम्स असतील तर सांगत जाऊ नका, सांगाल का, असा त्याचा इथे अर्थ आपण पाहिलाय. म्हणजे इथे आपण काही फ्रेजेस दिलेले आहेत, त्याचे अर्थ पाहिले आणि त्याचा आपल्या वाक्यामध्ये इथे उपयोग केलेला आहे. So here comes the next activity. From an Indian history book or internet, find out information about Indian women or queens who led battles. For example, Rani of Jhansi and Rani Karnavati of Mewar. Write any 3 points of similarity and 3 points of contrast between any one of the above Indian queens and Joan of Arc. Write in your own words. बघा आता ही ऍक्टिव्हिटी काय आहे? आपल्या इतिहासामध्ये सुद्धा जोन ऑफ आर्क सारख्या अनेक शूर स्त्रिया होऊन गेल्या. इथे दोन नावं आपल्याला मेन्शन केलेली वाचायला मिळाली आहेत, राणी ऑफ झांसी and Rani of Karnavati of Mewar. So here they have asked you to find out from your Indian history book or search on internet and write 3 similarity. दोघींमधला सारखेपणा, जोन ऑफ आर्क आणि ह्या दोन मधल्या एखाद्या राणीबद्दल, आणि 3 points of contrast, ज्या दोघींमध्ये साम्य नाही असं, असे 3 पॉइंट्स आपल्याला शोधून लिहायचे. ओके, let's do that. First of all, we will take the similarities and then the contrast. So here comes the Joan and here we'll see of Rani of Jhansi. What are the similarities between these two queens or two ladies? Both of them fought against the British. And now we will go for the contrast points. Joan was born in a poor family. On the other hand, Rani of Jhansi was born at rich family. First of all, we have seen the similarities. Both of them, they fought against the British rule or against the British people, right? British soldiers. And here, contrast points. First one, Joan was born in a poor family and Rani of Jhansi was born at a rich family. Then comes the next point. Both of them lived and died for country. Contrast points. Second one, Joan of Arc was illiterate. On the other hand, Rani of Jhansi was well educated. Third thing, both of them, they were brave, fearless, courageous, determined and patriotic. दोघी खूप शूर होत्या, कशाची भीती नव्हती, निडर होत्या, अतिशय धैर्यवान होत्या, जिद्दी होत्या आणि देशाबद्दल अतिशय प्रेम असणाऱ्या, देशभक्ती असणाऱ्या अशा दोघी होत्या. And the third point of contrast, Joan led France dependent to take decisions and the Rani of Jhansi was independent to take decisions. जोनला जेव्हा डिसिजन घ्यायची वेळ आली तेव्हा तिला विचारावं लागलं कोणाला तरी, पण झांसीच्या राणीला स्वतःचे निर्णय घेण्याचं स्वातंत्र्य होतं. So these are the similarities and contrast points between these two ladies. Then we'll go to the next activity. Very important activity. खूप सुंदर activity आहे बघा. इथे आपल्याला काय करायचे, मेक द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट्स अफर्मेटिव्ह विदाउट चेंज ऑफ मीनिंग. खूप महत्वाची ऍक्टिव्हिटी आहे. आपल्याला काही निगेटिव्ह सेंटेन्स दिले ते अफर्मेटिव्ह करायचे, पॉझिटिव्ह करायचे, पण हे करताना एक कंडिशन आहे की त्याचा अर्थ बदलणार नाही याची काळजी आपल्याला घ्यायची. First of all, we will read all the sentences. First negative sentence is, I am not so sure now. We will make it affirmative. Second thing, he will not be able to stop them. And third sentence, I don't remember. Okay, so these are the 3 negative sentences. We have gone through them, we have read them, and now we have to make affirmative. We have to change them into affirmative sentences without changing their meaning. आपल्याला त्याचा अर्थ न बदलता ह्या नकारार्थी वाक्यांना होकारार्थी मध्ये बदलायचं. I am not so sure now. So let's find the answer. I am doubtful now. Okay, not so sure ला आपण doubtful केलंय बघा. इथे जो निगेटिव्ह वर्ड होता तो आपण त्याला इथे अफर्मेटिव्ह केला. He will not be able to stop them. He will be unable to stop them. Not be able to, त्याला एक वर्ड आपण वापरला unable, not be able, not काढून टाकलाय बघा. पहिल्या सेंटेन्स मधला पण दुसऱ्या सेंटेन्स मधला पण. नाव विल राईट द थर्ड आन्सर. आय डोंट रिमेंबर, आय हॅव फॉरगॉटन. ओके, म्हणजे तुमच्या लक्षात आलं असेल की आपण तिकडे त्याचे ऑपोजिट वर्ड वापरून ते सेंटेन्स अफर्मेटिव्ह केलेले आहे. लेट्स डू द रेस्ट ऑफ द सेंटेन्सेस. Fourth sentence is I can do no more. Next sentence is sir, do not anger her. And the last sentence is I shall not want many soldiers. So let's make them affirmative. I can do no more. I can do no more means I have done enough. बघा, निगेटिव्ह त्यातला नो काढून टाकलाय. नो नॉट काढलं की तो निगेटिव्ह भाग त्याच्यातला जातो आणि तिथे करताना आपल्याला पॉझिटिव्ह वर्ड किंवा त्याचा ऑपोजिट वर्ड वापरायचा. आय कॅन डू नो मोर मीन्स आय हॅव डन इनफ. सर, डू नॉट अँगर हर. सर, डू पॅसिफाय हर. डू नॉट अँगर, नॉट काढलाय, नो काढलाय बघा आणि अँगरचा ऑपोजिट वर्ड वापरलाय. I shall not want many soldiers. So, I hardly want more soldiers. तुम्ही हे सेंटेन्सेस काळजीपूर्वक हा व्हिडिओ पाहिल्यानंतर पुन्हा एकदा पहा. हे सेंटेन्सेस अभ्यासा आणि अशा टाईपचे आणखीन सेंटेन्सेस शोधून तुम्ही स्वतः याची प्रॅक्टिस करा, कारण आपल्याला एक्झाम मध्ये अशा टाईपच्या प्रश्नाला सामोरं जायचं आहे. ओके, हिअर कम्स द next activity, fill in the gaps in the table. So there is a table, you can see here. पुस्तकातलं एक टेबल मी इथे घेतलेला आहे and you can see word forms. आपल्याला नाउन, वर्ब, ऍडजेक्टिव्ह आणि ऍडवर्ब असे कॉलम दिसत आहेत इकडे. ओके, पहिलं आपल्याला करून दाखवलंय बघा. नाउन इज सक्सेस, वर्ब इज सक्सीड, ऍडजेक्टिव्ह इज सक्सेसफुल, ऍडवर्ब इज सक्सेसफुली. आता आपल्याला हे टेबल मध्ये तुम्हाला फिल इन द गॅप्स दिसत आहेत. काही ठिकाणी वर्ब्स दिलेत, काही ठिकाणी ऍडजेक्टिव्ह दिलेत, तर काही ठिकाणी ऍडवर्ब्स दिलेत आणि उरलेले कॉलम्स आपल्याला जे गॅप्स आहेत कॉलम्स मधले ते भरायचे. ओके, सो लेट्स स्टार्ट विथ द सेकंड थिंग. इन सेकंड कॉलम, इन सेकंड रो यू कॅन सी inspire. Okay, that is a verb is given to us. Now we will go for the noun. Inspiration. Noun form is inspiration. What is the adjective form of inspire? Inspiring. Your words are inspiring. An adverb, inspirationally. Okay. In third row, third column, adjective is given safe. Let's find out the noun form of safe. Safety. Verb form is safe and adverb safely. बघा, एखाद्या नाउनला त्याचा चेंज करताना वर्ब किंवा ऍडजेक्टिव्ह ऍडवर्ब काय रूल्स असतात हे आपण मागच्या काही इयत्तांमध्ये शिकलेलो आहोत. ओके, इन फोर्थ रो सेकंड कॉलम वर्ब कॉलम believe is given to us. Find out a noun form of believe is belief. Belief. Adjective form believable. An adverb believably. Belief, believe, believable and believably. Then next comes the word noun. Fifth word thought. Verb form is think. Adjective thoughtful and adverb of course thoughtfully. Look at the sixth row, last column there is a word. Adverb column brightly. What is a noun form? Brightness. Verb is brighten. Adverb is again brighten and adverb is brightly. Adjective is brighten and adverb is brightly. Brightness, brighten, brighten, brightly. 7th, noun column, courage. Verb is also courage. Adjective is courageous and adverb is courageously. And last word, hastily. Noun is haste. Verb is hasten and adjective is hasty. Okay. So in this way we have done all the activities from workshop session as well as from language study section 2. राईट. आपण दोन्ही सेक्शन मधल्या सगळ्या ऍक्टिव्हिटी ह्या व्हिडिओ मध्ये केलेल्या आहेत. तुम्ही हा व्हिडिओ पहा, पुन्हा पुन्हा पहा. काही तुम्हाला अडलं असेल तर तो व्हिडिओ तुम्ही तिकडे स्टॉप करा, पुन्हा वाचा, समजून घ्या, पॉज करा व्हिडिओ आणि मग तुम्ही उत्तम प्रकारे ह्या सगळ्या ऍक्टिव्हिटीज लक्षात घ्या आणि त्याप्रमाणे आणखीन प्रश्न स्वतः सोडवण्याचा प्रयत्न करा. ओके. That's all for today. So you will revise whatever we have learned in today's session. Please subscribe the channel and press the notification button to get the link of next video. Bye bye.